morning. We're in Winchester again, walking around this wonderful lake. We're getting hit with the tropical storm Debbie today, or whatever's left of tropical storm Debbie. And it's raining a lot. And it was a fun, exciting drive up 81, as always. Today I didn't have to drive through any houses that were blowing across the road like I have in weeks past, but yeah. So we're out trying to find a geocache real quick. We solved part of the puzzle over at the visitor center, so now we're just trying to pick up the cache itself.
We might not have enough for a video, so that's all the toothpaste I got in my hair.
That's the toothpaste? Ew. How do you get toothpaste in your hair?
I put my toothbrush down and it swinged up.
There's a fish. It swinged up. All right. So the creek over here is rolling pretty high. We found the geocache right here. Look at that. It's a micro. Treasure? What kind of treasure?
Treasure.
A leaf?
No. Treasure.
A root. Oh, no. What the heck is that?
Treasure.
What is that?
Treasure.
Oh, Finn. That's a weird treasure.
Treasure.
There's the creek. All right, Finn, let's go. We found a turtle.
He's just swimming around there.
He's in there somewhere.
He's right over there. I can see him. I can see him.
Oh, he's where those bubbles are.
Where? Where are the bubbles? What bubbles? They can't stay in water very long.
I don't know. How long can a turtle stay underwater?
I don't know, but it comes up sometime.
I thought you knew all the things.
I didn't know.
I just
Water
got...
jumpers. Bubble. That bubble was moving. Oh, he just hit. There it is. He should come up in like 5 minutes.
Found another cache here on the green circle trail and a kindness rock.
That's
Look at that.
That was
I
all.
like big rocks and I cannot lie.
Hey, you shouldn't have showed them that.
Why shouldn't I show them that?
They could have found it by themselves. That's the whole point of a kindness rock.
Oh, well, there's a kindness rock right here, but don't tell anybody I told you. How about that? How does that work? Let's go over there. Yeah, let's do that. Since it's raining and all, Debbie's getting us soaked. Here, this way.
This way?
Yeah, we're gonna walk through that way so we don't have to walk through the grass again. Back out in Winchester again, trying to figure out.
Don't tell them! Don't tell them!
Trying to figure out how to unlock a lock so we can open a geocache.
That's a spider!
And apparently this was a Civil War field hospital with over 500 tents. But it says imagine the number as a 3-digit number. That's not a sign. Dude, that's not a sign that we need.
Okay. It's a cave. At least we get to see the creek is deep.
Oh, I know, because of Debbie.
Ooh.
Anyway, it says, imagine the number. Well, we found a 3-digit number, so we don't really have to imagine the number, right? Because it is a 3. Yeah, you're wet. Look at this. This is all from Tropical Storm Debbie. Holy mess. That's a lot of water. Whoa.
All you have to do is this. It's better.
So now we're looking for another sign that might have another
I thought I saw one.
another estimation on the number of tents.
Hey, I thought I saw.
It can't be this far away, right?
Nope, it's not as good. Mom.
Hold on, let's look around the turn.
Hey.
And then if it's not around this corner, which I don't think it is.
Hey, maybe it was.
It's not.
Why do I see signs in the
I'm very confused.
I thought it was.
Very confused.
But there's
Like,
no
there's no way the sign is this far away. I mean, there is a sign, but like I said, it's 500.
Hey.
And that is a 3. Oh, goodness. Holy moly. That was slippery. Did you see that? Holy shnikes, I almost just fell. Because it's slippery. You're going to fall. I'm going to flip the camera around. He's going to fall. Trying to recreate my almost fall. Gonna fall? Gonna do it? That was crazy. Look, there's a trail here.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't think so. Maybe. You think there's wombats? I don't think there's any wombats. I don't think there's any signs down here either. Bruh.
How do you think it's gonna snow it? Hey, is that where the creek starts? That's little.
Bruh. I don't think there's any signs down here, and I don't think there's any wombats.
There's a cave.
Maybe under, is there a cave under that?
Ooh, shiny. That looks like a trap. I want to walk on it.
Yeah, I wouldn't walk on it either, Finn. I wouldn't do it.
Nope, that's a creek. It's a bridge. Hey, why is it a cloud?
Don't step on that, Finn. There's a hole underneath that, and I wouldn't step on that.
It's slippery.
All right, let's go back, because the sign we need is not going to be down here, I guess.
Why?
I think I read through the description again, and I think I just found the piece we were missing. So, let's see.
Holy.
Spotted lanternfly. Fantastic. That's the third one I've seen in my life. And I wish I had a stick. Got it. Nailed it. It's just that one little piece of information that's hidden in the description. It's not really even hidden. It's right there. You just have to read, right? And reading is hard. There's a mosquito flying around me this place. Lanternflies, mosquitoes, slippery bridges. It's everything. Ah!
And cute lantern.
Check out this river. It's the little film. You gotta film the water down, Harper, down. Film the water. It's a little bit ragey, filled with rage. So after seeing the raging torrent that Cedar Creek, I decided, oh, since we're coming home on 11, let's go stop by in Edinburgh and take a look at Shawnee Creek.
Canadian game.
Whoa. Cedar Creek, holy Hellmans.
There's another Canadian.
Look at all the ducks. Those aren't that's not a Canadian gang.
It's a Canadian game.
That's a regular old American gang. What do you think, Finn? I've never seen the water this high here. Never.
Hey, I made a move. Finally, I made a move. Better get them to move into the water.
So this morning I decided to take a little trip to someplace I haven't been to in a good little while, just to see what I don't think we've been up here since we moved to the valley. Whew, I don't know, however long ago. Anyway, haven't been up here in a while. Thought I'd take a trip up here to see what it looks like. It's been a while. So this is the great gravel road we drove down. It's only about big enough for one car. Some berries over here. What are those? Harper would say they're fire berries. So this is Catherine Furnace. It was built here in 1846 to smelt iron, to make pig iron. That pig iron was then shipped to Richmond and other places. During the war, this is one of the Confederate furnaces that made cannon tubes, and then those were shipped down to Tredegar to, I guess, finish making cannons. There's a Civil War trails marker down there. We're going to take a look. This is the main stack. It's all that really remains of the whole refinery that was here. It's massive, huh? 30 feet tall. Whew. It's like something right out of Lord of the Rings. I believe if we look under here, there's a frog. The handprint. You see the handprint? There. That's the mark of Elizabeth furnace. So this metal came from... At the other end of Massanutten, there's a place called Elizabeth Furnace. And that was how they marked the iron that they made. They would make a form out of clay or sand and then pour the hot molten iron into it. And then that was their mark. It's like the white hand of Sauron, right? And then wherever that metal was shipped, their mark was on it. Pretty cool, huh? See, they built up around the creek bed here. Stacked those stones there. This trail's been such all over the place. Pretty nice. See what's down here. Why not? I know, rattlesnakes and stuff. That's what terrifies me. Daggone rattlesnakes. I think the last time I was here, I came down here looking for a geocache, and I stumbled into more ruins. Looks like somebody's been camping out back here. Well, I don't really think I can go much further. And now I start getting heebie-jeebies for no reason. Why? Why? I guess I'll head back to the car since I don't really see what I thought was back here. Oh well. Did I say the white hand of Sauron? Because it's really, the white hand of Saruman. Right? Saruman, not Sauron. He's the white wizard, right? White hand of Saruman. Who knows? I didn't see that sign on the way in. It's the George Washington National Forest. Stopped at Big Jim's. Big Jim. G-E-M. No, 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 no. No, there's bees. Lots of bees. We stopped at Big Jim Park in Shenandoah. There's a bag of hot dogs on the picnic table. And they're just swarming with yellow jackets. I don't know if you can catch fish. Harper says there's no bird bikes allowed here. She misread the sign that said no bird bikes. No bird bikes or ATVs. We're gonna go check this out. Not really sure what this is supposed to be. I don't think it's a sweet slide. I wouldn't ride my bike down it. This is the old foundation site. But what it belonged to, I don't think it belonged to the... So Big Jim was another iron furnace. This one in the town of Shenandoah. Big Jim is newer, more recent than Catherine Furnace. Catherine Furnace was 1840s. Big Jim was after the war, so 1870s. And there's all kinds of trails here. Paved trails, non-paved trails, a playground, some swings. And I don't know where I'm going. I went looking for a geocache. Could not find it. They stayed here at the swings. Perfect. Whoa. I heard once that these are built by Sasquatches. I don't think so. Somebody was building a structure. There's a big gazebo up on top of this hill. Which makes me wonder, why there's no interpretive signs or anything like that around. I wonder if where this lake wasn't a rock quarry where they were mining the iron out. And sometimes of the year you come and the water here is like this blue-green color. But there's no interpretive signs or anything like that. So, I wonder. Maybe the furnace was up here on the hill. And they mined the iron out here, hauled it up the hill, smelted it into pig iron, where it then went wherever it went. I'm not too sure what the Stevens cottage is, but it looks really nice. And there's a caboose. Built in 1890, so I don't think that Civil War marker down there has much to do with it. And here's a little information on Catherine Furnace. Each furnace consumed an acre of wood per day for charcoal production to stay in blast. Ooh, an acre of wood a day. Goodness. So obviously Shenandoah was a turn of the century railroad town. built the terminus here for the ironworks. It's the old station there. And it went all the way up to Hagerstown, Maryland. If you look, of course, turn of the century. And those buildings up there on top of the hill, certainly turn of the century and certainly seen better days. So we're just gonna explore Shenandoah, take a look at some of these turn of the century buildings. Are we there yet?
I need a piggy line.
A what?
Piggy line.
Okay, we're just gonna walk down the street and then we'll turn around and walk back, okay? Sound like fun?
Yes.
Yeah, and then we'll go to 7-Eleven and get us a Slurpee. What do you think?
Yes, and great. But first we have to buy Sharecast. Daddy!
First we have to find a geocache?
I see it up there.
I don't think so.
Watch and learn.
Watch and learn. Yeah, it's a shame those buildings are in the shape they're in. I like this. This is easy to tell, early 1900s, late 1800s style building. Look at that. I love it when you have those buildings that have this wonderful cut in with the tile. And there's a door to the side. I don't think I've ever seen that before. I love that. So the railroad pretty much ceased all of its operations here. A repair thing in 1958, and it's kind of when everything dried up, according to the history sign that's on the wall over there. So, Town Hall used to be a bank. You can tell there's still the deposit, the night deposit box right here on the wall. Yeah, wow. Shenandoah. They got a tiny train right here in a big box. General train model, hand-built and donated to the town of Shenandoah by Clayton Heingartner and daughter Tiffany, September 13th, 2008. What do you think, Emmett? You want a little train like that? What do you think?
Piggy line now.
No, we're gonna ride on the train. What do you think?
Oh.
You don't want to ride on that train? Come on, ride that train. Let's choo-choo ride it. No?
It's boring.
Look at that. Spotted lanternfly right there on the wall. We're getting ready to go through the Shenandoah Tunnel. Harper's gonna film while I drive. Here we go. Dun 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 dun. Terminator, play Terminator 2 Judgment Day music. Wait.
Here we go. Dark, dark tunnel.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Be fine, just dark.
Here we go through the tunnel. Oh, gotta go quick. Somebody's coming. Dun 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 dun. The tunnel. Whee!
Hard. Wee tunnel.
All right. Oh, this bridge is pretty cool too.
Harbor.
There's a dam down there. So that was our trips through post-tropical cyclone Debbie is what they ended up calling it when it got here. Post-tropical cyclone Debbie. And the stunning amount of rain that it dumped on us. We were going our normal back road home from Winchester instead of taking 81 because 81's horrible. So we take this other road. In Winchester, it's called Middle Road, but it's a whole world of difference between taking that, taking 11, and taking 81. Like 81 just has too much traffic, too many accidents, too many trucks. 11 has, especially through Winchester, you get stuck behind trucks and you just sit at lights and you just sit and sit and sit and sit. So I found this other road called Middle Road. At least in Winchester, it's called Middle Road, and that takes you like Strasburg. That's right. It eventually becomes Route 52. And then it takes you over to Strasburg. So you just zoom on that road. It's nothing but apple orchards back there, and it's awesome. It's a great road. And we got to the river, which I got there's a scene where we're crossing the river. So yeah, that's that river. And the water was all the way up to the bridge, and it was like, it looked like something out of a movie. Holy moly, it was crazy. Like, just the biggest rapids you've ever seen. Like, if Richmond's like class 5, those are like class 10, right? So, and then we got a little bit further down the road, and there was no road. The river, creek, whatever it was, that didn't look too bad, had come up out of the banks and just washed the entire road out. Just washed it out. When we went through, and a couple days later, they had repaved the road and fixed the road and everything. I mean, but the whole section had just been washed completely out. And then we had to make a U-turn and go down some other roads. And but it worked out. We eventually got out to 52 and then back over to 11 and then down 11. So, but Debbie was a fun thing to navigate through. And then what else was there? Oh, Catherine Furnace. We about 14 years ago or so, when we first moved out here, I took a trip over there. It's entirely fascinating that the thing still exists 1846 to today, so that's 160, 70 years or so. 70, 180 years later. Almost 180 years that thing's been standing there. It's on Forest Service land, so I guess the Forest Service kind of has some protection over it or whatever, but that road is narrow and scary. I've been on a couple of hikes back there before. One of them was so overgrown, I had to push bushes out of the way so I could walk up the trail, like literally like push the bush out of the way. And then squeeze through to get up the trail. And then the trail was sandy. There had been a forest fire. There were dead, burnt trees all over the trail. I had to climb over lots of burn downs. They weren't even blowdowns. They were burn downs. And they were just laying in the trail. And the trail was all sand. And it was the most incredibly hard hiking I've done since Assateague, trying to get up that trail. And then once, I took the boys out to that swimming hole. I can't remember what it is. But anyway, we found a couple of caches there. I made a video of it. Whatever.
Yeah, so I had hiked up to the top of the mountain there. Me and the boys went on the west side, but I hiked up that east side once. And that hike is also along the road to Catherine Furnace. So, yeah, I mean, I've been back there a bunch. I don't remember the road being so narrow. I remember it being like at least car and a half to maybe 2 cars, but it looks like it's shrunk down to like 1 car. Terrifying, right? I was gonna go drive down there and check out some other stuff, but because there are a lot of spots where you could like access the river, and but you know, those Forest Service roads are just terrifying. And if I ever get up the courage to go back to the North Fork of the Shenandoah River headwaters, spring, I don't know, the spring where the North Fork of the Shenandoah River starts. Ooh, that is an unforgettable adventure. I wish I had filmed it, but whatever. That's a story for another day. And then, of course, a couple days after the storm had gone through, we drove up to. That's when we drove to Catherine Furnace, and then we went to stop by Shenandoah on the way home and explored Shenandoah for a little bit. Found so many lanternflies. Oh my goodness gracious. You know, I know they were in Pennsylvania, and those tracks, I believe, go all the way up to Pennsylvania. So I don't think it's very, very hard to believe that the lanternflies hitched a ride on the trains and then just cruised on down to Shenandoah. So yeah, I don't know how us killing the few that we see every now and then is going to stop the spread of these things. I don't know. I read up about them. They said you're still supposed to kill them whenever you see them, but they're not as. It's not as harmful to trees as they thought it was originally. And one of the things we really need to worry about is like grape crops, because apparently they love grapes. So anyway, that's going to do it for the day. Thanks for coming along. And I had a little bit of this and a little bit of this and a little bit of this. So I put all these little bits together, and I got Debbie, Catherine, and Shenandoah. And of course, Shenandoah is the daughter of the stars. It's like 3 women's names, right? Post-tropical cyclone Debbie, Catherine Furnace, Shenandoah, daughter of the stars. Anyway. So, all in all, we had a bunch of fun. Thanks for coming along. We appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that other stuff. And trying to get over a cold. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks.